this on?
I wouldn't mind winning the 24/7 title by end of the tonight.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano along with my brother Joe Pisano.
Hey,
what's up?
They shouldn't be doing this.
Doing what?
Name like a great match that you have to watch. Like you're scrolling YouTube, holy shit, you hit it. A moment, a match, an episode of Raw. Give me one.
I mean, Taker, Shawn.
Okay, give me another one.
Taker, Shawn again.
Sure, give me another one.
Taker, Shawn, Hell in a Cell.
Yep, another one. I'm just saying, like, why not give the wrestlers a 2-month break? It would be so unprecedented. Vince would get credit for being like a people person and just play those matches. And now we're going to watch Shawn Taker. I'd watch it. Now we're going to watch the reuniting of DX.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have a show just showing you DX shit.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have a show. We're going to do the Monday Night War part 1 and part 2.
Sure.
And now, like, why not, when there's no crowd,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense. Drew McIntyre follows the camera, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is awkward. Like that he's following the camera because there's no crowd. But then when Charlotte doesn't follow the camera, I was like, this is more awkward because there's a camera on her. I'm going to do it for anyone watching on YouTube. There's a camera on her, but she's looking at this one the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's like you're seeing to where she's almost looking at the camera, but she's not most of the time. Yeah. It's just weird. Yeah. It's just weird. And when they get on the ropes and they're like this, to no one.
Well, that's Vince telling them to do that.
Sure, but most of this is Vince.
Of course.
At least in AEW, when you put 10 guys, like you're there. You're already in the back, back locker room, whatever area in like, you're already breaking the more than 10 person rule or whatever. Just put them around the ring, 6 feet apart.
Look, I'm still not over what AEW did last week, all right? I don't even want to talk about that anymore.
Easy.
I
just don't understand.
You don't know. You don't want them to do these live shows right now.
And it was live.
It was.
I had a hot rumor that it was live.
Right.
We weren't sure, but yeah, Vince is like, yeah, we're going to do live shows.
Apparently, they told everyone, come fly down. We're gonna tape 5 weeks of TV.
Okay.
And then when they showed up, Vince changed his mind. He was like, we're going live.
So now they're stuck in Orlando.
And there's a reason why they're going live, but I think for the first time ever in this podcast, I'm gonna tease to breaking news later, and I'll tell you why they're going live instead of taping.
Yes.
It's very, very interesting.
Oh, it's not part of the text to our family earlier?
Well, no, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But no, there's a reason why Vince has to go live and doesn't want to tape.
Oh, I know why. The deal?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in news.
I read that somewhere too.
News is going to be like half the podcast probably. There's a lot of breaking news this week.
Let's get through these crappy matches quickly.
Yeah, so but first, of course, like always, we have to thank our new patrons. So thank you to Beaver Cleavage.
Nice.
John Lynch.
Oh.
Hall of Fame safety.
GM now for the Niners?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, he might get in the Hall of Fame again for being such a great
Can you?
GM.
No, this isn't wrestling.
I think you can.
I don't think you can go in again.
No?
You're in,
I think you can as
You're already in.
You can go in as a coach and a player.
All right, John Madden, is he in as a coach and a broadcaster?
I don't know.
Yeah. Tell us. All right, what else?
All right, so yeah, Beaver Cleavage, John Lynch, don't look at him. Don't look at him. I don't know. Yeah.
Don't look at him. Good.
Right. And then JT.
G. So.
No.
Yeah. No? Oh.
He was our first guest, our first professional wrestler guest on the show. Yeah. JTG.
Okay.
Geez, that was like 2015, 2016.
Was it
maybe.
Really?
Yeah. That
Eric
was also...
might have a hot guest for us. Did he tell you about that?
No.
His wife met the wife of a former WWE superstar. And it's pretty cool.
Oh, really? So we can't talk about that?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but we don't know. Like, there's not even like, there's no like,
what
he
do we
knows
even
about
talk
the
to
podcast.
Carlito about?
I don't know. But,
hey, Carlito.
But I mean, he's just as good as a JTG to like ask questions about.
There's a reason why we stopped doing those interviews. Now to be fair, we only did 2.
Yeah.
And JTG was all right. Al Snow was awesome, but that's Al Snow. He's awesome.
Al Snow remembered the match with the table.
Yeah.
Some random house show I went to
Right.
20 years ago in Orange County. He remembered it.
Yeah.
He remembered it like it was yesterday. That was impressive.
Right.
I don't know. I'd ask probably Carlito more Glow questions than I'd ask him WWE
Yeah,
questions.
right.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, so thanks to those patrons for signing up, and if you want to join, just go to patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Yeah.
That's where you get all the recaps, the NXT, AEW, Wednesday Night War recaps, the pay-per-view recaps, all the brackets, all the movie recaps, all that good stuff. Go there, patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. All right, so Raw starts with the new WWE champion, Drew McIntyre.
Sure, good start. I really feel bad for this guy because he's a really good face champion. You know what I mean? He is. He's got the attitude. He's got he's big. He's got a movie star kind of body and face. Like he's a good face champion.
Sure.
And this is getting wasted. Like in 5 years, someone's gonna be like, "Do you remember who Champ was during the coronavirus?" They're like, "No, I don't remember. Who was it? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Nope. Kevin
Brock
Owens.
Lesnar?
Nope.
I don't
Brock
know.
Lesnar. Well, nope. Goldberg. I feel bad. I mean, if they take it right off of him just to give it to Reigns eventually, or not Reigns, but I don't like Rollins or someone like that. Like, don't make him.
I think he'll have a
transitional
long
champion.
run.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He says it's surreal that he beat Brock at WrestleMania. And then he commentates while we watch highlights of his post-WrestleMania match with the Big Show. But then Drew is interrupted by Andrade and Zelina Vega. And I was actually impressed that Vince allowed this to happen, but we were reminded that Andrade beat McIntyre for the NXT Championship a few years back.
Okay, I mean, sure. How does he not? That's a big part of their history now. It's a
Usually
whole
they
show.
don't mention NXT shit.
It's a whole show
when it's
now.
like, are we supposed to forget that this happened on NXT? You know what I mean? They do that a lot.
But they didn't give him
And
credit.
I think they could have made this the next pay-per-view match instead of rushing Seth.
He beat Drew. He's
Yeah.
1-0 against the champion.
Right.
Sure.
And now they're rushing Seth out of it. You could have saved that for SummerSlam.
I know.
That'd be a huge SummerSlam match.
Right.
Instead of rushing it because you're desperate for ratings, which are not going to come anyway.
not
No matter
gonna come.
how hard you try,
No.
they're not going to come.
No. I don't even think you could put John Cena or The Rock on TV
Even
right now and get
Stone
ratings.
Cold 316 Day didn't even do that well.
No.
It was still a 2-point something,
Yep.
which sucks.
Yeah, horrible for...
Yeah. So McIntyre challenges Andrade to a match tonight, and Andrade accepts. And it's it's not for they're both champion. They market it as champion versus champion. Neither title's on the line.
Neither one. Neither one.
Next up, we have Asuka versus Ruby Wyatt in a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. So I guess it's happening 3 weeks from now. It's happening. And Asuka Lock gets the win.
Asuka Lock.
Yeah. And then Caruso.
Correa.
That's it. Caruso interviews Asuka, and that's what she...
Alex Correa.
That's all she said. She just screamed. And then no one's ready for Asuka, even though, everyone is. Next up, we have another edition of the VIP Lounge with MVP. I thought this guy was dead.
Yeah.
He had his retirement match with McIntyre.
Yes.
We thought it was over. Nope. Corona, I'm back.
Reports from named people. I think WWE reported it. They future endeavored MVP, and then he just comes back.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh fuck!
He was supposed to just be a backstage...
Tom, come
Yeah.
back. We need you.
He's supposed to just be a backstage producer guy. He announces that next week there will be 3 Money in the Bank qualifying matches, for the men next week.
Okay, why
And-
is he announcing this? Because of the lounge.
Yeah.
Because of a lounge.
The VIP lounge, and no one's invited.
No one's there. It's so exclusive. No one goes.
Right.
How do you make money? I don't know. Figure it out later.
So next week we have Rey Mysterio versus Murphy. That's probably a Rey win, right?
Rey Mysterio versus Murphy.
The Murph.
Fuck yeah. Especially after what he said.
And then we got Aleister Black versus Austin Theory. That has to be Black.
Yep.
Black doesn't lose.
Yeah.
And then a toss-up, Apollo Crews versus MVP.
What a true toss-up. You would think, oh, wow, they're getting Apollo Crews a push. And then you're like, wait, no. He never wins.
Right?
He never, ever wins.
Yeah.
Like
That's
never.
a really tough bet. This match is like tougher than any of the WrestleMania.
I know who I'd pick.
Any of the WrestleMania matches to pick.
Who would you pick?
I don't know. It's really
Pick one.
tough. I guess. Oh God, I guess Cruz because he'll do some
younger.
crazy shit in the
Right.
match.
Yeah.
MVP has been nothing but botching like in his fucking matches.
Yeah, why didn't you do like Rey Mysterio versus MVP, the two old guys going for the one spot?
They already did
and
that.
Cruz versus Murphy.
Remember they had that match
Oh, right.
when MVP came back.
Oh, top right.
And like MVP didn't even know like how to take a 619. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Don't you watch TV, let alone?
You've
you had a whole
taken like
career?
100 of these at
Right.
least. So yeah, those are the 3 matches for Raw. Which I guess if we're right, it's all babyface wins. It's all baby faces for Raw.
Yeah.
So next up we have Aleister Black versus Oney Lorcan. Black Mass for the win. After the match, Sarah Schreiber asks Aleister what's his game plan for Austin Theory next week. And he says, my game plan is to win. Oh, my game plan
is
to...
Sure.
Oh, God. Yeah. Next up, we have a Becky Lynch in-ring promo. Again, these in-ring promos are never good when there's no crowd.
Nope.
It just doesn't work.
Awful.
But she explains why she was being so goofy the last few months leading up to her WrestleMania match against Shayna.
The quicker you destroyed everyone on your road to WrestleMania, the sillier I became. Now, why do you think that is, Shayna? Because the only person that can get close enough to the Queen to destroy her is the Joker.
Oh.
No.
And I thought my promos were bad.
Wait, the Joker. Does she mean the Jester?
Yeah. Well, there's a
We're talking
Joker
about
on the
like
deck,
a card
right?
of
She's
deck
doing
of
the
cards?
queen because she's the queen. Shayna's the queen of spades.
Right.
So she's the Joker.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you were getting your ass kicked and barely pinned her in a roll up, that was you suckering her in.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, you got your ass kicked.
Give me a break.
So then Becky says, whoever wins the Money in the Bank briefcase, Shayna, and thinks they could beat me, I will shock the world one more time. Except no, you won't.
You said Shayna?
Yeah.
She has a qualifying match.
She does.
She lost.
All right, well, let's get to that.
All right. Is this part of rumors? Jesus.
No, we'll get to that. This proves that this was live.
Botch.
This proves that this was fucking live this week.
Yeah.
Sarah Logan versus Shayna Baszler, another Money in the Bank qualifier. It was funny. All the 3 women Money in the Bank qualifiers were all heel versus heel matches.
Yeah, right. Weird.
I guess there's no baby faces on.
There's
Where's
none left.
Liv Morgan?
Next week?
No, that's it. That's it for Raw.
Oh, right. 'cause
Liv doesn't
SmackDown
even
gets
get
through.
in. She tweeted after like, I want in. Nope.
Well, maybe now.
What the fuck are you doing?
Maybe she'll get Sarah's spot.
So Sarah Schreiber tried to interview Baszler before the match, but Shayna just stared at her.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great. Great promo.
Great.
Baszler then does what she does in every match. She stomps on her opponent's arm, and that's like the best thing she does because it looks real. It
Yep.
looks scary.
Yeah.
And then Logan screams in pain. The ref asks, Sarah, can you continue? And then she's crying. He's like, that's it. Ring the bell. And then the ring announcer says, here's your winner, Sarah Logan. And then Baszler, it's like part of me thinks they did this on purpose because Baszler left pissed. She threw a chair and then stormed to the back.
Yeah, and the announcers are all confused. And again, if this was part of it, the announcer's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. If she could continue, it should have been Baszler.
Right.
I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out. And then they never figure it out.
No, they say after the commercial break, Tom Phillips says that they made the correction. The referee made the correction, said Shayna Baszler's the winner. So I
they
guess
did, okay.
I guess we're live, pal.
I guess.
Yeah. But so after Shayna leaves, that tall bald guy
Yeah.
in the suit who's always around,
Yeah.
he had like a line on SmackDown last year once. He runs in the ring and he like looks to someone and signals, it's her arm. Yeah, no fucking shit, it's her arm.
Yeah, what the
Did you
fuck?
not watch the match, you fucking idiot?
Yeah.
It's her arm. Yeah, it's her arm.
Her arm!
Yeah.
Bring the arm, people! No, get in the bed. No, not the leg people. Why are the head people out here? Arm! Look at what I'm doing. Right.
Bring her a new arm.
Bring her the arm.
Oh god!
Why
And
are
so
you
then
bringing a leg?
They help.
Arm.
They help Sarah Logan as she cries to the back. Like, okay, losing is one. We obviously knew she was going to lose to Shayna, and you could have her be in pain from the arm, but having the women crying all the time.
Yeah.
If anything makes men more is there anything in this world that makes men more uncomfortable than a woman crying in front of them?
No.
No.
None.
It's the most uncomfortable thing. And then I'm watching it on TV and I'm uncomfortable because she's crying.
Right.
I just want to stop watching. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And they're fucking wrestlers. They should be a little strong. Yeah.
Who cries like that? You
Yeah.
break an arm, you could be like, oh, goddamn, my arm is broken.
Yeah.
This is really bad.
Right.
Hospital, maybe, guys? What do you say?
Again, they wonder why the fans turned on Seth Rollins. Gee, maybe because he was crying when he saw The Fiend. Right. The Fiend showed up and he's like, oh God, no, please. Like, what? Oh, get him away, all right?
All right.
Get him away, all right?
Look, sometimes I'm afraid, all right?
I have nightmares about The Fiend, all right?
Rocky 3, Sean and I always joke that it's like the worst acting ever for Sly, which is saying something. But like he's running on the beach and he stops running. And Apollo's trading him. He's like, it's over. Like, he doesn't want to do this.
Yeah.
And Adrian runs up to him and she goes, look, if you're not going to do this, don't do it. But if you're going to do it, let's do it. He's like, look, Adrian, for the first time in my life, I'm afraid. All right? I'm afraid, all right? For the first time I've got you to lose. I got the kid. He always called him the kid. I got the kid. I'm
What's his name?
Lose. All right? So I always think of Seth now when he's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we got a Seth Rollins backstage promo.
Yeah.
And he says, at WrestleMania, I lost to Kevin Owens. Once again, my career has been crucified.
All right.
Fade out.
Has it? Is he
Yeah.
done? Was he big boss man now? Dude,
Maybe.
you're fine. You're right there.
Right. Next up, we got Akira Tozawa versus Austin Theory with Zelina Vega on commentary. This was like the Zelina Vega show. You know? She was out there the whole night, and I'm fine with that.
She is an award winner later.
She definitely is.
Maybe a couple.
Yeah. This also might win an award later. So mid-match, Tozawa does a front flip onto Austin Theory from the apron, and Jerry Lawler names the move.
Sure.
How nice of him.
What Akira Tozawa is capable of. This is why he's a former champion here in WWE.
That was like the ramen noodle moonsault. Better watch out for this Tozawa.
The ramen noodle moonsault.
Ramen noodle moonsault.
Yeah.
I mean, he named it.
He named it.
Got to have the name.
That's it.
I mean, if like you're Drew McIntyre,
Yeah.
and they name something like with an Irish or Scottish, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the last kicker. Right? You have to
Yeah,
always
that's
associate
Becky.
it
Right.
to maybe your nationality.
Yeah. It's true.
So, hey, good job, King Jerry Lawler.
I mean, it was him trying to be funny. It really wasn't funny.
It was not funny.
But I was amazed at how offended people. Really, I wasn't, because people are always offended on social media.
Yeah.
But they're like, you have to fire him right now. He's a racist. He's horrible. And so I was arguing with a lot of people. Like, yes, it wasn't funny.
Right.
It was a poor attempt at comedy.
Yeah.
But like, he's not really a king, right?
Yeah.
He's
playing a character on a television show.
yeah.
It's a TV show.
You know what's really fucked up is Walter White. He got Hank killed.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, really, I think it was him. He got Hank Schrader killed. Fuck him. Why do they still employ him?
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Leonardo DiCaprio was a slave owner in Django Unchained.
I mean, did
fuck
you hear
that
what he
guy.
says?
Yeah. He says it a lot.
You should fire him immediately.
They should fire him.
Fire him.
Yeah.
Oh, the movie's already made and they've paid him? Well,
Yeah.
fire that. Fire him. It's they don't get it. People don't get
He's
it.
playing it. He's a heel.
He's playing a character. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Just like turn on a TV show, a drama. You see a bad guy? We raped someone. Should we fire him?
All these people that want the Attitude Era back, like if they did it tomorrow, they'd be so offended.
They'd be so offended.
I mean, like, oh my God. Remember when Cody took a chair shot to the head from Shawn Spears on AEW, and people were so offended by that? It's a fake chair. It's not even like.
I mean, imagine
it's
all
a
the women that got
gimmicked
punched
chair.
in the 90s.
Exactly. Right.
How dare you?
I mean,
sir?
that's just, that was not that big of a deal, but I'll go ahead and be offended if you're offended. So yeah, Theory wins with the TKO, but he calls it the ATL because it's the Austin Theory
Lariat. No,
No, it's not. I don't remember. But I think he's from Atlanta. That's why he calls it the ATL.
Oh, well, then there's no L.
But there is the name. I just forgot. It's the Austin Theory loser.
Theory.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's a fucking TKO. After the match, Garza and Andrade get in the ring, and all three of them raise their arms in the air and like fist each other.
Kind of like that.
Like the Shield, but it's up in the air, so
Right.
it's a little different. So I guess they're the new Shield. Then they attack Tozawa, and Andrade gives Tozawa the hammerlock DDT off the second rope. And then Vega applauds while standing on the announce table. Mm-hmm. And we get to see her entire outfit, and it's fantastic. Woo. With currently no NBA, NHL, or MLB, you might think there's nothing to bet on. Well, you'd be wrong. Our exclusive partner, BetOnline, still has hundreds of events, games, and props to wager on, from their online casino to poker and blackjack, as they are bringing the Vegas to you. Are you missing the NFL? Well, no problem. BetOnline has daily Madden NFL 20 simulations you can wager on. And if you're into entertainment betting, you can still bet on Survivor, Big Brother, American Idol, stock prices, and even the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. All open 24 hours a day and all online. Visit the website or use your mobile device and join today. And remember to use the promo code CLNS50 to receive your new welcome bonus. BetOnline.ag, your online wagering solution. Next up, we have Charlie Caruso interviewing Rey Mysterio, which was funny because Rey forgot his line.
It was weird.
He forgot his lines for a couple seconds.
Right.
He was like, "Oh, and then I will beat him." And it's like, "Oh, Rey, come on!
You've been doing this forever.
How long have you been doing this?"
And it's also, screw you, Vince, for giving him lines. Rey, you're fighting this guy. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on, guys.
Right?
You good?
Yeah.
I'm just holding his picture.
You're like a 30-year.
His name is Murphy. Okay, rolling and action.
He's like a 30-year vet. I think
And they're feeding him lines.
He was never the best talker, but I think he could cut like a fucking 2-minute promo.
The
on his
moment
own.
he forgot his first line, did he think for a second, "Fuck, Vince is the only one that can pay me. God damn it!" Like, I just
right
can't
now,
believe
I
came
bet
back.
he goes to AEW when he can. But again, he is old.
Yeah.
His career's winding down. Sure. AEW would be perfect since they only do one a week. They don't do house shows, you know.
Yeah, and they specialize in old WWE guys.
That's true.
They're great. Yeah.
So yeah, he talks about, he's like, "I know how dangerous the Money in the Bank contract is." And he talks about how Kane cashed in on him when he was world champion, and he's going to beat Murphy next week, and then he's going to win the briefcase, except we fucking know he's not.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
chance.
I think Apollo Crews is a better shot.
For sure.
No, I'm just kidding. That's the only person that has a worse shot than Rey Mysterio.
Maybe.
Then we have another Seth Rollins backstage promo. He says, "I'm still here for you. Your Messiah has truly risen." That was fast. But 30 minutes ago, he was crucified. Jesus didn't rise that fast, Seth.
Was it crucified under Pontius McMahon?
It took, like, what, 2 days for Jesus to rise? Not 30 minutes?
There, 2 minutes for Seth of TV time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Angel Garza versus Tahuti Miles.
Who are you?
Come on, Tahuti. We've seen him before. He was on NXT.
Who are you?
Yeah, fair enough.
This isn't Jordan Miles?
No, remember this is the new Miles guy?
No, this is pretty sure they just renamed him. I'm doubling down on that.
Yeah. So Garza comes out. He spots a female photographer during his entrance. He gives her a rose and a kiss on her cheek. Like the way, that was his fiance.
Sure. I remember what she looked like in NXT.
She's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Like
very
girl
hot.
next door, kind of hot.
She's like a television host in Mexico.
For WWE?
No.
Oh, just like a random host.
Just yeah.
Got it.
So Garza wins with the wing clipper. After the match, Andrade and Theory get in the ring and they beat up Miles. This time Andrade gives Miles the hammerlock DDT off the top rope, which is how he beat McIntyre for the NXT Championship. We were there live. It was the same night as the first ever War Games.
Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah.
And we didn't even, none of us, I don't think, picked Andrade to win that match.
We didn't even really know
We
who
were
he was.
all surprised.
I wasn't all in on NXT, I don't think. Or was I?
I don't know.
Yeah, but we did not pick him.
No.
Yeah, we thought this was an easy retain situation.
Yeah.
Although in the main pay-per-views, you almost never retain any title. You only have 4 a year. You don't have really a lot of chances.
Yeah, he didn't have one successful title defense, McIntyre, at NXT.
No.
He won and lost that shit.
He's already had one in WWE.
Right.
The Big Show.
Yeah. Next up, Sarah Schreiber interviews the Kabuki Warriors. Unfortunately, I don't know what they said, so we can't comment on it.
Yeah. Korea and stuff, yeah.
Korea. Then Charlie Caruso interviews Drew McIntyre backstage. He says he's going to Claymore Andrade's head off, and if Andrade has to take 6 months off to recover, then so be it.
Ooh, nice.
And again, like
Payback.
McIntyre's way better when he's serious and he wants to like fucking murder someone.
When these two guys wrestled in NXT, I swear he was an inch taller than Andrade. Now he's a good foot taller.
Yeah.
He got extended leg surgery. There's no way he was bigger than this when he was in 3MB or as big as this. There's no way.
No, it wasn't until he came back and he was super buff.
But I mean, he got taller.
He got taller.
It's so funny how some muscle can make you look 4 inches taller.
For sure. Yeah.
So crazy.
And he looked like a child originally, you know, in the facial hair.
Long hair with absolutely no facial hair, and then with like a really, really clean shaven chest. It's almost like a 14-year-old girl body.
Or boy.
Or boy. Yeah.
But no, I think he'll have a long run, and I think they should turn him heel like in the middle of his run.
McIntyre?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 'Cause they've done it before, like CM Punk turned during his title run. Obviously, that was really long. But I think they should do it. He's better as a heel.
Yeah, he's good. He's not bad as a face, though.
Next up, we have Nia Jax versus Kairi Sane. Another Money in the Bank qualifier. Kairi pantomimes climbing the ladder, grabbing the briefcase, and then she spanks herself. I mean, at least they got the ending right.
Japanese game shows.
Yeah. Then they show Asuka backstage watching the match, and she's just yelling, Kairi! Kairi! Kairi!
Yeah.
Kairi!
And we understood that.
Correr!
But didn't get that.
And then Naya presses Kairi over her head and then hits a Samoan drop for the win. And Tom Phillips says, she calls that the Annihilator.
Sure.
Well, no, it's a Samoan drop.
Samoan drop. Kairi Sane is the greatest high flyer outside of Io Shirai.
Yeah.
In the business. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do in this match? We're going to jump off ladders. She's not in it.
You need you know why? Because you need a monster.
Do you? Yeah. No, you don't. No. They just throw monsters in now. So Nia Jax can be outside of the ring for 90% of the match. They're going to pull her outside. They're going to all jump and put her through a table. They're going to leave her for 20 minutes. Then they're all about to grab the title. She's going to push the ladder down. And then as her retarded ass is trying to figure out how to climb a ladder, some random person is going to run up and grab it.
Shayna.
That's the, right. That's
this is Shayna's, once again, she ruined Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
She'll probably ruin Money in the Bank.
I'm sure.
Like it'll
They'll
be
let
a
her win in like
sucky
1 minute.
match.
Yeah, just like one. She beats everyone's ass and just
she puts
climbs,
everyone to sleep.
slowly climbs a ladder, just looks around. Okay, that's that.
Right.
I'd like to challenge Becky now. It's not really how this works. Now, okay.
Yeah.
Figure out.
Next up, well, that's the way to let Becky lose without losing. You know, you get cashed in on.
Yeah.
Well, no one could stop that. You know, everyone fucking loses when they get cashed in on.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jinder
Daniel
Mahal.
Bryan,
Unless
Jinder
you're
Mahal.
Jinder Mahal with Baron Corbin cashing in.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal was WWE champion. Remember that?
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
I can't wait for Heath Slater's run. This should be fun.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
wait for it. Start working out, boy.
Yeah. Next up, we have the new NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, doing in-ring promo. She says, I beat the next big thing, which means I'm the next big thing. No, you're the past.
Yeah.
You were the next big thing like 45 years ago.
Or maybe the current, but you're not next, the big thing.
Right.
She could have been, but then they fucked her.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like when Seth had when you had the Money in the Bank briefcase, he was like, I'm the future of WB. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he won the title, and then he kept calling himself the future. It's like, well, no, you're the champ now.
You are you have the title.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't have to be down the road. Like
Yeah.
you are now the champion.
You're the present.
You're the present, right?
So then Charlotte says Io Shirai is next in line, but everyone in NXT will learn that you always bow down to the queen. Woo!
Sure.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo. I like her in the street clothes. If I have to see her, I like her in the super tight jeans or in like a dress.
Sometimes she looks good, sometimes she doesn't.
Yeah.
You know how it is. This week she looked good.
Did you see her playing volleyball in the park with Idolo?
No, I did not.
It's on Instagram or something. She's just bumping with him.
I'm done with their Instagram. I'm tired of seeing like the half porn and with her, slobbing on his dick. And,
Yeah, like his dick, and she's like, and you see his face in the top. He's like,
yeah, he's like, what are you gonna do?
greatest of all time.
Hey,
daughter.
Rick, you want to say hi to your daughter? Sorry, she can't talk right now.
Hey, if you
She's got marbles in her mouth.
if you want to be the man, you make the man suck the man's daughter suck your dick. To be the man, you make your daughter suck your dick.
To be the man, you have to beat the man's daughter's your dick.
Vagina with my giant horse cock.
You have to beat
that I call idolo. With my giant idolo.
Speaking of that, she's like a foot taller than him.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or they're like the same height, but when she wears heels, it's over.
I mean, we saw him in person. He was pretty fucking short.
He was really short. That's true.
Yeah. It's funny because he looks big on TV because he's got muscle, but...
And he's always standing next to Vega.
In person, Eric like went up to him. He's like, can I have a picture?
Yeah.
And Andrade was like, no.
And then we were with this girl, and he's like, she's like, can I have a picture? And he's like, I'll do a quick one. Really quickly. Let me get behind you while we take this picture.
We can do this.
And night came. It's over.
We can take this picture because I'm not with Charlotte yet.
You're welcome. Yeah, right.
Wait, what did I just say? Next up we got Bobby Lashley versus No Way Jose. Welcome back, Jose. This has got to be his first match in like 6 months. We have Lana screaming ringside. So Lashley leaves the ring and tells Lana, will you please shut the hell up?
Yeah.
Nice one, Jericho.
I can't wait to see what they do with him and Rusev.
That was a Jericho line.
No, I know.
He said it just like that. Will you please shut the hell up?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. He's copying the GOAT. I mean, come on. There's worse things. If like Lashley, if you don't know what to say, just say anything Chris Jericho says.
Yeah.
Should come out better than whatever the fuck you
Next week, he's going to be like, I'm the rock and roller. I'm the Ayatollah of rock and roller. You just made the list,
you just
Lana.
made the list, Lana. My list.
But yeah, Lashley wins with the spear. Who cares?
I thought no way Jose was going to win. And Lana was going to cost him again. But then I was like, oh, wait, it's No Way Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And he doesn't even have his conga line right now.
They should have done a social distancing conga line. That would have been great.
That would have been
He
funny.
comes out. Next person comes like, wait, what? And then the next person like, oh, right, 6 feet, social distancing, great job. And then they lock sweat in the ring. Oh, right. Guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, next up we have another Seth Rollins backstage promo. He says, to all the non-believers, you left me no alternative. Tonight, I stomp it all out. I was like, all right.
All the doubt, right?
I stomp out all the doubt, yeah. It's funny because he lost at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens won.
And yet he will now challenge.
No Kevin Owens.
Oh, but Kevin Owens is a good guy. Mm-hmm. Drew's a good guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't. You need you need a bad guy.
It doesn't fit. You need a bad guy. Right. Next up we have the Viking Raiders versus Cedric Alexander and Ricochet.
The who?
The Viking Raiders.
I don't know these guys. They look awesome.
Viking Experience.
Yeah. Oh, them.
Viking or War Machine.
War Machine.
Yeah.
The War Experience.
War Raiders.
The Raiders Experience. The Viking Experience Raiders.
Oh my god.
The War Raiders. Is that what they were?
The War Raiders in NXT.
Yeah.
Because they were War Machine on the Indies.
Now they're the Viking Raiders.
Hold on. Let's figure this out.
Okay.
War Machine on the Indies.
Okay, you can only take one of these words to the next name.
All right, so then War Raiders in NXT.
Okay, you can only take one of these. Oh, no, you can't take either one. Doesn't work.
Then the Viking Experience.
Then you carry the one. Now it's the Viking Raiders. Gotta carry the one.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
So yeah, so much for Cedric Alexander and Ricochet's tag team.
You know what they said? Do you remember who they beat the first time? Was it 2 weeks ago? Last week?
Alexander and Ricochet?
Yeah.
They beat Lorcan and Birch, right?
Right. And the announcers say, these guys are rising in the ranks. They've had one match all time against two jobbers from NXT.
Yeah.
These guys are rising in the ranks. Imagine if they beat these two. Like they went through this whole thing. Then they might someday earn
maybe
a title opportunity.
Hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself.
They've won one jobber match, and now they lose. Let me explain, guys. We were trying to explain what buried is.
Yeah.
When you're a new tag team of two pretty decent wrestlers, and you have the same tights, and you beat some, not jobber level, but a couple of good technical wrestlers, you're on your way. Mm-hmm. But then when they just throw you up against bigger guys and the bigger guys beat you clean, you're buried. There's nothing they'll ever be able to do to get out of that. Ever.
No.
We might never see this tag team again. I don't even know what their name is.
They don't have a name.
Rico, Alexander, Cedric.
Yeah.
Cedric. Cedric.
I hate it.
All right. I hate it.
And the Raiders win with a botched Viking experience on Cedric.
Awful.
Like he throws him up in the air. Ivar doesn't catch him.
He basically just falls. And he pins him.
It's so bad.
He pins him.
Oh, God.
Live TV.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it right when it was taped.
No.
Why get it right now?
Then we have Charlie Caruso interviewing the Street Profits, although Ford says we didn't come alone, and he introduces his wife, Bianca Belair. Speaking of which, she should be in the Money in the Bank match.
She's a brand new superstar, like on the rise. Everyone's excited. How is she not in this match?
She should win it.
How is she not in this match?
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Yeah, true. I just realized it now.
She should win the fucking match.
Of course.
Yeah. So Ford and Dawkins says they have respect for the Viking Raiders, and then they talk about actual Vikings, and they're really silly. And then finally, someone calls them out on their bullshit, and it's Bianca. She's like, and then she shits on them.
No,
for
then
being...
she goes,
Yeah, I didn't want to.
And then
I didn't want to do that.
And then
then
hit anything.
I throw up.
Maybe a middle Vince one. Any of them will do.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, get the poison out.
Yeah.
So yeah, she shits on them for being goofy and says, "You've never beaten the Viking Raiders. So if you want to keep those titles, stop with the games and get that smoke."
Get that smoke.
Yeah, whatever. They'll probably beat the Viking Raiders, right?
Yes.
Viking Raiders have already been the champs anyway, so who cares?
They're buried.
So then for the main event, we got Andrade versus Drew McIntyre. Champion versus champion for nothing.
For no champion.
With Zelina Vega, Austin Theory, and Angel Garza ringside. Vega gets in McIntyre's face before the match. And then Andrade chops McIntyre, but Drew no-sells it. Theory and Garza distract McIntyre, so he throws Andrade on them. In the end, Andrade sets up for the hammerlock DDT off the top rope, but McIntyre gets out of it. And then McIntyre wins with the countdown claymore.
Yeah.
He does the countdown.
You don't like this.
When there's no one there.
Yeah, Holy Ghost just goes, 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Right.
Yeah. When there's no one there.
Right.
The fuck? Were they expecting me at home to be like, 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
I think Vince is telling them, act like there's a crowd.
Of course.
To everybody. Just
For sure.
act like it's a crowd. Why not just pump in some crowd music and CGI some fucking Brock Lesnar guy?
Yeah.
Just pump him in there.
He'll do that for free.
Like 1,000 of him. He'll come to the arena for free and possible Corona himself.
He'll probably pay, honestly.
He will pay. Well, then when I was just selling tickets, yeah. I guess everybody would, yeah. Imagine, I'm going to pay a guy to watch. Well, I guess we could pay 2 guys to watch. Maybe we could pay $15,000 to watch. That's kind of how it works, Vince. Yeah.
Hold on, let me call the hotline. Hey there, Donald. What's going on?
Wait, we get to that later.
Yeah, no, we will.
Almost.
So after the match, Seth Rollins' music hits. Garza chop blocks McIntyre from behind, and then Seth gets to the ring and super kicks Drew. And then he hits McIntyre with the curb stomp, looks at the WWE Championship, and then you can hear someone off camera, probably the ref, but because there's no crowd, it's so easy to hear someone say, second stomp, okay? Second stomp. And then,
by the way,
Seth hits another stomp.
By the way.
Didn't he know this going in? He was going to
Right.
hit 2 stomps?
Right.
Is he that fucking... Like, the guy's...
Backstage. Like, do 2 stomps.
The guy main evented WrestleMania. He's been like your star.
Of course he knows.
I think he knows what the fuck to do.
You think like they're up against the clocks? They're like, we're not sure if we're doing a second one.
Maybe. Because they do this all the time. They do it all the time. Remember the Brock one when he beat up Ray and Dominic, and then the ref goes right up to him on camera. The ref's on camera. The ref knows he's on camera, and he's trying to pantomime like leave, but then he goes, one more. And And then Brock goes back, turns around, goes back and gives Dominic another suplex. But the ref points in random spots.
One more.
Go do it. Get out of here. Get out of here. One more.
Go do another one. Go do another one. Brock.
The camera hits the ref in the face. One more. Give him another German suplex, Brock, and then get out of here.
Right before.
Get out of here. Another suplex. Go. He didn't even do that.
Hey, one more. One more.
Fucking on camera.
Why can't, like before, right? Go, hey, if the ref just shakes his head, you do another stomp.
Yeah.
If he pushes you out of the ring physically, leave.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Go. If he's just going, no, Seth. Yeah, if he physically touches you, you leave.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, the ref will probably be like, no, Seth. No. Fuck, I didn't know. Sorry, gents. We zoomed in on you.
Oh my God, we didn't do a second stomp? Yeah. This feud's over. No, the whole fucking point is no one kicks out of the stomp.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole fucking point? Yeah. No one kicked out of that stomp for like a fucking year until he fought Brock.
Of course.
And then the Fiend. But yeah, I guess they've buried the stomp now. All right, so that's...
Stomp buried.
That's Monday Night Vega.
Yeah.
So let's give some awards.
Sure.
Who'd you have for worst dressed?
I had Ricochet Alexander's tights. The yellow weird symbol tights.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I had Oni Lorcan. He just had a red diaper on.
Yeah, true.
Best dressed?
I'm going to go Charlotte.
No, you're not.
I am?
No, you're not.
All right, Vega.
She looked better than Vega. Are you kidding?
No.
Are you kidding?
I gave Vega other awards, so I figured I'd throw her a bone.
Yeah.
Throw me a bone.
Worst acting?
MVP.
Yes.
The boy.
Yes. That was a spoiler. I spoiled it last night that he was my worst
Yeah,
acting.
I know. That was great. He just panned down and
so easy.
so slow.
Yeah.
Great.
Best acting?
Vega.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
Star of the show.
She was great on commentary.
Great.
Worst comment?
No more Sane. They let him finally talk.
Yeah.
What do you think, Andrade? No more Sane. Your.
He's really bad on the mic.
Can you explain to me?
It's like he's struggling so much to say the words.
How long has he been in the company?
Oh, like
4 years?
At least. Like 2016.
Explain to me why you're not doing promo/English lessons with him.
I think that's the point. I don't know that he's.
How is that the point?
Same with Asuka. She's a heel, so she
Asuka is so outrageous. It almost works. But Andrade is just like a cocky heel. Learn English. You talk to fucking Charlotte every night. He was like, I beat you. And he looked Vega like, did I say that right? Did I say that?
But think about.
I know you.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. But think about Vince. What was every heel in the 80s and early 90s? Every heel was a foreigner that couldn't speak English.
I guess.
That's just Vince. He's like, no, you're a heel. You can't speak English.
Right.
So that the rednecks watching at home go, learn English. There's America.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah. There's America.
Do it again. What should they do?
Learn English.
Learn English.
There's America.
This is America. Let's do good job.
Yeah. I had Jerry's the ramen noodle moonsault. It's just a poor attempt at comedy.
Yeah.
But I was not offended by it.
No.
Best comment?
I had Jerry's ramen noodle
no.
moonsault. Is that not allowed? I mean, it's a great heel line. Great heel line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really have one.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. Worst match?
My worst match was the Baszler match. Because it wasn't a match. And then they announced the wrong winner.
I'm going to go Lashley versus Lana.
What?
Well, you fought Lana, right, in that match?
No way.
Pretty sure
that was my slow-mo match because like they were moving in slow motion.
Yeah, I had Naya and Kairi for slow-mo.
Yeah.
And then best match?
Drew versus Idolo.
Yeah, it was... What
good.
else is left to pick? Really?
Yeah, and there was some interference, by the bad guys. He threw him on them.
Worst move?
The Vikings flop.
The Viking botch experience?
Yes. Yes.
Best move?
I had one of the Viking Raiders throws Ricochet onto Alexander, and man, like he took him out. Like it was almost like he missed, and like they took each other out pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the hammerlock DDT, the one that he gave
Yeah.
off the top rope.
Okay.
Worst moment?
Man.
It's either MVP or the ring announcer awarding the match to Sarah.
I'm gonna go with the ring announcer because
Yeah.
it confused the shit out of me.
Me
for
too.
3 minutes.
Me too. I did not.
Yeah.
How does that make any sense?
What? She beat her. Yeah.
And then best moment?
Let's pick something.
All right. You want to throw shit out there?
Okay.
Vega standing on the announce table? That turned me on. I mean, that was hot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of anything else. Let's see.
No. No.
The stomp?
No.
Seth? No.
I don't care. You can pick that if you want.
All right.
I just think they rushed it.
Yeah.
You could have done Andrade at Money in the Bank. It's not like he's a jobber. He's the fucking U.S. champ. Does that mean anything?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
No.
So yeah, Vega. I'm gonna type it right now. Vega on the announce table.
All right. Hit me with some news.
Oh boy.
So much.
All right.
Jesus.
So, WWE released a. Did you hear about this?
No.
WWE released a statement confirming that one of their employees tested positive for the coronavirus back on March 26th. They said it wasn't a wrestler, it wasn't a talent, but they have since made a full recovery.
Yeah, no, they said it wasn't a main roster talent. Rumors. John Cena. It was John Cena.
Oh
He
man,
got it from
the Funhouse,
the Funhouse. The rabbit. Yeah.
the Rabbit,
Yeah.
Ramblin' Rabbit. You could tell he had something.
Well, Ramblin' Rabbit had sex with the bat, the original bat that it all started as. And
Jesus,
so sorry, John.
that's why he's always dying.
Oops.
That's why the rabbit's always dying.
Right.
Because Bray's trying to save us.
Oh boy.
Then this is where it gets fucking crazy.
This is
really
insane.
fucking crazy. Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings told reporters on Monday that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis deemed WWE an essential business, which means they're free to resume live programming, which they
So
have
Orange
already.
County is the county in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is because Linda McMahon runs a super PAC and has committed to pledge over $18 million in Florida to get Trump reelected. And apparently the reason Vince is so adamant on doing live shows is because of the contract with Fox and USA that states that they must do a certain amount of live shows per year. But really it was more important with the Fox deal because Fox was probably going to use this as an excuse to cancel SmackDown.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
The ratings are... When you're on the big networks,
Yeah.
the big four,
Prime time.
if you have a poor rating showing for like 3 weeks,
Yeah.
even if it's a super popular show,
Right.
you're gone. You're gone and you're done. And this has gotten way worse ratings than they could have ever possibly imagined. Ever.
I just don't know. I just don't understand how Vince gets that in all the contracts where ratings don't deem it cancelable. Cancelable? I don't
Sure,
know.
that's better.
Is that a word?
I don't know. I think it's because he's a smart businessman. And he goes, oh, you want this? You want it? Can't cancel.
I guess,
If
but
they're going to spend all that money, I don't know.
like any show could get canceled for low ratings.
I wonder if it's like football, where like if they really, really, really wanted to.
But it doesn't even get.
What's worse?
It gets
What's
a
worse?
fraction of NFL football ratings.
What would Vince rather have? The money, but they don't put them on TV anymore, or they go, "We'll keep you on TV, but we're going to pay you a fraction of what we're going to pay you." What would you think Vince would rather have?
The money.
And then where does he put SmackDown? Or does SmackDown stop airing, or does it air on the network then, I guess?
No, they'd find another fucking network. A cable,
No,
network.
Fox owns it. No, if we're going to keep paying your ass, you can't go run to somebody else.
So
It would be the money.
SmackDown's off for 4 years. Let's do it.
Done.
Let's do it. Get SmackDown
He probably
off the
takes
air.
the money after what happened to the X.
Yeah, of course. Also, this just happened Tuesday afternoon. Trump held a press conference to announce that he's put together a task force that will advise him on how they can restart sports. Let's take a listen.
have this?
Yes, this is fucking amazing.
In sports, we want to get our sports back. So importantly, these will be
Donald
some
Trump.
separate calls. Some will be together by the way lists, and some will be separate. But we have to get our sports back. I'm tired of watching baseball games that are 14 years old. But I haven't actually had too much time to watch. I would say maybe I watch one batter and then I get back to work.
All right, pause.
So let's start there.
So he's like, I'm tired of seeing 14-year-old sport baseball games. Although I don't really watch. I mean, I watch one batter, then I stop.
I don't have time to watch.
What? And by the way, he's reading all this.
Right.
So all that was fucking typed. He literally
no,
read.
I don't know if
He was going down
I think
the paper.
he added that joke.
He was going down
And then he
looking at
realized,
the paper.
oh wait, I really work. I don't watch TV. I don't watch any TV. Actually, I don't even. That was a joke.
Yeah.
I don't watch. I'm the number one non-watcher of TV in the world.
I'm tired of watching.
Ask everyone now. They all are saying it.
It's like when he used to tweet about SNL while SNL's on. He's like, SNL's a horrible show. It's why I don't watch. You watched. You're watching now. Dumbass. All right, so let's keep going. Here's the task force.
Yeah.
Come on.
The NBA, Adam Silver. The Major League Baseball. We miss our baseball. This is baseball season right here.
Thank you.
Rob Manfred, thank you very much. NFL, Roger Goodell. Thank you, Roger. UFC, Dana White.
What the fuck is he naming?
Great Dana White. PGA,
GMs?
Jay Moynihan. LPGA, Michael Wan. USTA, Patrick Galbraith. Major League Soccer, Don Garber. WWE, the great Vince McMahon.
Oh my
NASCAR, Lisa
The great
He's
Vince
like-
McMahon.
NFL, Roger Goodell, NBA, Adam Silver, PGA Tour, Saga,
Mike
the
Wan.
great Vince McMahon of
WWE.
And he fucks up WWE. I love it.
USTA, Galbraith. Major League Soccer, Don Garber. WWE,
WWE.
Vince
It's like Oksana. Double dub. We want to thank the Double Universe.
What the fuck, dude? If
The
they're
great
bringing back,
Vince McMahon.
So then why didn't he say we're bringing back concerts? You know, anything that's not real, we're gonna bring it back if it has a crowd, okay? All right, if it's in a stadium or an arena. Like, what? It's
Wait.
not a live sport.
One day we'll bring back all these sports. Sir, WWE is back. Vince is going to help bring back the NFL.
I've just instated the XFL only. We're gonna try it out with just the XFL.
I have bought the XFL from Vince McMahon.
But yeah, fully funded with government money.
I am
Part of the
now-
stimulus program
Me
is
and-
the XFL gets paid.
Me and Vince are co-owners of the XFL, and then it'll be like that episode of Monday Night Raw where he buys it back for double the price.
I'm a great businessman. That's not your money, America. That's mine.
Yeah. God.
Oh my God.
That is unbelievable.
We're going to start the payroll protection policy by paying all of the XFL players. Okay? We're going to put them on the field because America wants them. Everyone's talking about it. Is what everyone says.
It's the greatest football everyone's ever seen.
History of football, you know?
We need to see the XFL championship in Houston.
Yeah.
At the University of Houston.
We have to see it at the University
We
of
have to see
Houston. Of course, Commissioner He Hate Me agrees with me. The great He Hate Me. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. He's the greatest
And
of all
I'm just
time.
going to say that the championship will be played. It'll be the Roughnecks versus the New York Guardians.
New York Guardians.
Even though the Guardians don't have a single win and they're the worst team in the league.
But they're from New York, so I'm
But they're
making an
New York,
exception.
and I'm New York.
I will be there for the coin toss.
And like I said
All
on
right?
like I said on Monday, the president has absolute power, which is not in the Constitution.
I'll be there for
You
the
didn't
coin
say that,
toss,
right?
and I'll watch the entire game. Even though I don't have time to be there for the coin toss or watch the entire game. All right. I'll flip the coin virtually on FaceTime Live. Okay. Maybe Zoom.
Even Fox is like saying no. The president doesn't have absolute power. He can't just restart everything. Like you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's hilarious.
Well,
like
the
even
governor
Fox
of Texas
News
is
has
about to put us
turned
all back
on.
to work like next week.
Yeah.
Governor
I thought
Abbott
it was till May 4th.
Governor Abbott's like, I'm going to try to get everyone back to work as soon as possible by, May 4th is in like 2 weeks, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's before Money in the Bank.
Oh no.
That means Money in the Bank's coming to Houston.
Oh my, yes! Sure, why not?
Also, so that's all the crazy shit. Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore announced that Money in the Bank's been canceled, so it'll be at the PC, I'm sure. And then WWE announced last Friday that the Revival have been released. They They finally have their freedom. So I guess we'll see them in AEW soon.
Are they on this week? Because we heard that they don't have like a extended,
No, because I heard that AEW has been taping. Like they have 5 shows taped.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yeah. And then AJ Styles.
Yeah.
He died a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. I think this was on one of his streams. He said he wants a rematch with The Undertaker. He says maybe it could happen at SummerSlam.
Okay, if he's going to say that, then it has to happen. Right?
Yes, yeah. And that's you give him a win back.
Is he like
If
Pet
AJ
Cemetery? Like he's super evil now and has powers?
I don't know.
That'd be funny. Undertaker buries people, then they're like just as powerful as Undertaker.
Yeah. God. Also, WWE has released a new T-shirt. It's Puppet Vince yelling, "This is such good shit." So
Unbelievable.
yeah. And then during Paige's Twitch stream, Paige here, Nia Jax revealed that she stood up for Alexa Bliss after another wrestler kept on injuring her. Nia Jax didn't name the person, but if you watch the Alexa Bliss documentary, she was getting injured during the Ronda Rousey matches. So it was Ronda Rousey, which is kind of funny because Nia Jax injures everyone.
Everyone. You literally knocked Becky's nose to tomorrow.
Yeah.
I made it popular.
She dropped Charlotte on her head. She's done a lot of stuff. Speaking of Ronda Rousey, she's gotten everyone all worked up. She appeared on Steve-O's podcast to shit on wrestling and its fans.
Steve-O?
Yeah.
1, he has a podcast.
Yeah.
2, he could stay sober enough to complete a podcast.
He's been clean for years. How dare you?
3, why would she choose his podcast and all of them to come out and start saying these things?
Yeah. She
What
was
the
like,
hell?
it was fun to have fake fights, but the fans didn't appreciate me, so I was like, fuck those fans. Of course, people are upset about this. Many women wrestlers tweeted about her, including Nia Jax, who threatened to break her nose. So it's an obvious...
That's a real threat. Like, I might not even try. I might just miss with one of my punches and destroy your nose.
Now, this is an obvious work, I feel.
I think even though she said fake fighting.
Yeah. Well, remember the build-up to WrestleMania last year? Ronda on her YouTube channel? She's like, by the way, WWE wrestling, it's fake. Scripted. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, you just buried WrestleMania.
Plus, we know.
Right? So I think it's a work. I think that means Ronda's coming back,
Probably.
at some point. Maybe when the crowd comes back.
Probably.
And then ESPN reported that, XFL fired most of their employees. They have no plans to return for next season.
That's not their official word as far as what the XFL is saying. I think that's just what the ESPN said. They're saying, yes, we're still trying to have another season. Because a lot of companies...
No, that's what they originally said months ago when this Corona shit got shut down. That's what they originally said. They said, we'll see you next year. And then after... But that was like, 2 months ago. Like when everything got shut down. They've also declared bankruptcy.
Well, sure. I mean, Trump does that all the time. Yeah, it's time to declare bankruptcy again.
Right.
For the 14th time.
I don't want to pay these people, so I'm broke. That's all I have for news, though, so let's get to some rumors.
Rumors!
Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe!
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet!
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance!
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed!
According to video game designer Justin Leeper, WWE 2K21 has been canceled. He also said there are plans for a different kind of WWE game from a different game developer. I think this is great news because the 2K WWE games have sucked for years. They've been awful.
Yeah.
So let someone else try. Which is funny because the NBA 2K games are reportedly awesome. People rave about those, but they can't get WWE 2K right.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm just reading about the XFL files for bankruptcy, and everything's public. And the WWE, actually, the company WWE owns 23.5% of the XFL, not Vince McMahon.
That's why the stock's so bad.
Bob Stoops, the old coach of Oklahoma, $1 million he owns of it. Ticketmaster has a stake in it. MetLife Stadium has a stake in the XFL. This is crazy. Just random weird people like this.
Now they're not getting paid.
And they owe the University of Houston $300,000. Wow.
But I have $1 million.
fantasy
I have $1
money.
million worth of stock in the XFL. What's 1,000,000 times 0? That's a Simpsons joke.
That's pretty good. What's 1,000,000 times 0?
Bart is in a startup or whatever, and he's like, "But I have 50 million stocks. I have 50 million shares. What's 50 million times 0? Don't tell me it's 0."
It is 0.
Also, WrestleZone reports that Goldberg lobbied to win the Universal title from The Fiend because he sees his character as a superhero, and the thought of losing to a monster like The Fiend would hurt his image with younger fans.
Sure. Whatever. Sure.
But then he lost to the monster among men. I don't know. The guy's an idiot. Wrestle Talk's also claiming that Jeff Hardy was considered to replace Roman Reigns to face Goldberg at WrestleMania. But then they were like, well, but Goldberg's got to lose, and we're not going to let Jeff Hardy beat Goldberg. Especially since he's probably leaving in like 4 months. Yeah. That's all I got for rumors, though. So what's this trivia?
So this is going to be fun. How closely have you ever... It's basically going to do 4 facts and a fib. Okay? How closely... I know you know the Jericho song. You listen to it when you watch AEW. You ever pull it up on YouTube, the video?
Of course.
Okay.
All the time.
Let's see how closely you've paid attention to the background in this video. This is 4 facts and a fib. 4 of these are true. I want you to keep in mind.
All right.
Of what's going on in this video.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Oh, like
Visually. What's going on?
I know the
Because
band's
it's one
playing.
take. The whole video is
Right,
just
I know,
one
yeah,
take
yeah,
of
yeah.
Chris in the front singing.
Yeah, this-
Shit's going on in the background.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe it if you haven't been paying attention. So, clowns walking around like zombies.
Yeah, that's
1.
Yeah.
2, girls in dominatrix clothes holding spotlights.
Okay, I can see that.
Number 3, a bunny offering a wolf balloons.
I think that is in that. I think I remember that.
Number 4, a woman on all fours either trying to sniff or eat a glove. And the last one, a midget in detective's clothes holding a fan. One of 4 of these things are happening in this video. 1 is not.
All right, just quick again.
Clowns walking like zombies. Girls in dominatrix clothes holding spotlights. A bunny offering a wolf balloons. A woman on all fours trying to either smell or eat a glove. A midget in detective's clothes holding a fan.
It's either the first. I'm gonna narrow it down to the first or last one: the clown zombies or the midget holding a fan. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the. Oh,
Pick what?
God. I'm gonna say the clown zombies is the fib.
Is the fib.
Yeah.
Okay, so the girls in dominatrix clothes are holding spotlights, the 2 spotlights in the background. Then they actually come up and dance with Chris. You can see what they're wearing. A man-sized bunny comes out, and a man-sized wolf comes out.
I remember
and the
that
bunny
one.
offers a balloon, and the wolf's like, no. And the bunny's like, and the
I
bunny
remember
walks
that.
back.
I remember that one.
A midget in detective's clothes is holding a fan on the guitar so that his hair is all flowing. And almost immediately, clowns come out walking like zombies behind Chris while he's singing. I guess you didn't watch. I know you've seen This Is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
But one of their, I got this from that movie. One of their album covers is, one of their albums is called Smell the Glove. And it's a woman on all fours with a leash and the glove is by her nose.
okay.
And they're like, we can't put this on an album cover. What are you talking about? It's sexist. And he's like, well, what's wrong with sexy? I mean, we like sexy. No, sexist. Whoa. There's a fine line between sexy and sexist. I mean, it's like one of my favorite movies. It's so great. But,
Is that
yeah.
why they make it black? The album cover? After? Yeah.
They're like, here, just black. And he's like, well, the good part is it's no more black. I mean, how much more black can this be? The answer is none more black.
I saw it a while back when I was younger. I need to see it again.
It's like the first Borat, but obviously it's all fake, but like just so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these things. I'm like watching the video, like really watching the background. I'm like, there's a lot going on in this video for just the fact that it's one take.
Yeah.
It's just the band.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's funny.
good times.
All right, fan questions. All right, Tony V. Hey, Tony V. Ever thought of doing a special episode reviewing a TNA show back when they had Samoa Joe, Styles, and Abyss? It was such good shit. We would have to get recommendations because I wouldn't know which one to pick. Although it might be fun to do the one that we watched together when they try to compete. They try to go when Bischoff tried to go head to head again with Raw, and they went live on Monday with Hogan, and they what'd they say for the NWO? The what'd they call themselves?
Aces and Eights?
No, because it was Hogan, Nash, and Hall. Oh, I think they just said getting the band back together or whatever.
The band.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah.
And then they had the Nasty Boys on there who dropping the F-bomb.
I'm surprised you... Right. I'm surprised you wouldn't want...
You gave me fucking donuts!
Remember, Sting came back as the Joker.
Yes, yeah.
Like the Joker gimmick.
Yes, yeah.
That's...
He stole another movie gimmick.
Right.
Yeah, maybe if someone gives us a good episode or something to review, we could do that one day.
Not bad. Yeah.
James Mahone, is there nobody more deserving of a slot on Raw than MVP? Apparently not.
And there's everyone I think is more deserving. And anyone.
Everyone and anyone.
I'm definitely.
Yeah. Jake Baker, Pushfire Barry for Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. Murphy and Asuka. Nia Jackson MVP. We're going to fire that one right away. And then Sasha Banks and Cesaro. I mean, that's too easy for me. I'm pushing Sasha and Cesaro.
Sure.
Cesaro finally wins the title.
Yes. Yeah,
I mean,
well, very, Asuka Murphy. I mean, Asuka's already had the title. Murphy's not there yet.
Yeah. JJ, not the jet plane. Fantasy book, AJ Styles return when, which brand, against who? Okay, so AJ wants to fight at SummerSlam. Let's pretend... in a fantasy world, because it's not reality. Yes. Let's pretend this coronavirus thing is all said and done by July. Yeah. You have to build for SummerSlam, right?
Okay, yep.
Undertaker makes a special appearance on Raw or something, doing whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Choke slamming Elias again. Who cares? But he comes out. It's a grand entrance with the Druids, okay? The Druids are back on his side. Except as he's making his way to the ring, you see him, like behind him, one of the Druids takes off the fucking shit, and it's AJ Styles, and he kicks his ass and beats the fuck out of Taker, and that's how you set up the SummerSlam match.
Oh, I'm going to add to your very pleasant...
And we haven't seen AJ Styles since he was buried until that moment.
Then the Good Brothers take off their masks.
Yeah.
And, of course, The Undertaker starts to take control of the OC.
Yeah.
And then... Finn Balor takes off one of the masks, and not the original, well, I guess very many club members.
It's a club.
It's the club.
It's a club.
Finally, members of my club.
Yeah.
And then the club faces basically Undertaker at SummerSlam.
Well, I was saying I was going for a more realistic option.
True.
That's not even possible to happen. Yeah.
It's possible.
Neither will happen.
It's
so
just not probable.
Matter. Right. Michael Benson, did Randy Orton watch the Edge special on the network? And if he did, I was wondering if we can get his thoughts on it.
There we go.
I haven't watched the Edge special yet, mainly because I love Edge and I can't watch Edge, and Edge is my brother, Edge. It wasn't as edgy as I thought.
Yeah. El Idolo, whose entrance music do you sing while washing your hands?
That's pretty funny. You're supposed to sing Happy Birthday twice.
Twice?
Happy
I thought
birthday
it's 30 seconds.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right,
Happy
I get
birthday. Yeah, I can see. I'm trying to see how long that would take. I can see where it's twice. That's probably 30 seconds. It's like
yeah,
a
just
15
like
second
Kane's music.
Undertaker's.
Oh, I guess I need more soap.
Really use? I'd probably
my soap pyro goes off.
Sean, I think I'm cute. Yeah, I know one. And then I start. I let the looks. I know you want me. And that's it. You're like, that's all.
Yeah.
I know you want me.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Matt Sillett, Charlie Caruso style question. So, you guys do a podcast? Yeah. Jonathan Loreno, what would you name Zelina Vega's new stable? That's a tough one. Because before they had Theory, it could have been something Hispanic related, but now they have the white boy.
Now they got the white boy.
Hold on, I got it.
Yeah.
Vega Vaders.
Vega Vaders.
The Invaders. Invega
The Invaders?
The Invaders.
That's good.
Yes.
That's a tough one. You got to think about that.
Team Vega.
No, that's fucking lame. That's too easy.
Yeah.
That's what people name their
El Idolo. Since we don't know what that means anyway.
Well, it means the idol.
Oh, okay. Just ruining that. El Idolos.
Sure. Carell Johnson, now that Tom Brady left the Patriots, can Eric now finally say, fuck Tom Brady? Oh, wait, is he on the podcast this week? No, he's not.
Yeah, no.
But maybe when he comes back, we'll finally get him to say it.
If he was a football fan, maybe.
No, but we tried to get him to say it, and he wouldn't even say it, even though he doesn't even watch the Patriots.
Doesn't watch it, but he's from Boston.
Yeah. Scott Hansman, Braun has to lose to Bray Wyatt. That would only make sense given their history, but how far could you see this Braun versus Bray feud going? Hopefully longer than one match, but possibly through SummerSlam or further. I don't want to see this for that long, honestly.
So Bray becomes a monster again after this, I guess, right?
You mean Braun?
Braun, yeah. Yeah, Braun.
You mean like a
He goes
real
heel.
monster?
He goes like
Let's
a
hope
real
so.
monster.
Sure.
Maybe he joins The Fiend as this guy in the background.
Yeah. Steven Stafford, what does Jesse the Mind think of WWE being considered essential by the governor of Florida?
Yeah, it's not essential.
No?
No, that's it.
That's it?
No, there's a conspiracy that Linda McMahon's just doing favors for Donald Trump.
I think we know all that.
Well, you do?
Yeah. I don't even think it's a conspiracy at this point.
Wait, it's out there. Everyone knows this, and it's still happening.
It's like everyone knows. It's like Jeffrey Epstein. We know he didn't commit suicide,
and it's still happening.
Yeah.
Grab Lisa. Meet me in the bunker.
I mean, who killed Jeffrey Epstein, Jesse?
He was actually murdered by one of his cellmates.
Oh, he was alone though. He was in isolation.
Of course, he was killing himself. See me later.
Rachel Graham. So Nakamura could win the WWE title, Cesaro plus someone win the tag titles on SmackDown. Then their stable has all the gold. I know it'll never happen because of this
poison.
But yeah, I guess she wants them to. I mean, Cesaro. I like the idea of Cesaro winning the world title now.
We have a very good friend.
He's been around a long time.
Head would explode.
Yeah, and I want to see that. Jason Deere and Vince McMahon has a vast history of pettiness. Someone asked for a release, and then he's like, ha-ha, and he adds time on their contract because of, missed time through injury. Are you surprised he hasn't shown any backlash towards Renee Young? Funny thing is about Renee Young, since her husband left, she hasn't been
backlash
on TV.
Where is she?
Yeah.
She's on a show that no one watches. Hey, go be on this show sometimes that no one watches.
She's on Backstage, which Vince doesn't run Backstage.
Right.
That's Fox. That's a Fox show.
So what backlash? Yeah, she was the main announcer.
Yeah.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Jesus.
Pinchy, besides Zelina, who would you pick to be your manager to lead you in a title push right now?
No. Heyman, Zelina. How many are there?
I just Alexa just so I can get close to
I
him.
wouldn't.
Fuck the title. Who cares?
I wouldn't pick Sammy. He'll just take it from you.
True. Logan Shaw, will you be reviewing the main event on Netflix? Maybe
No.
Well, maybe
watch some. No.
Maybe it's some.
It's so goofy, kitty. We even watched.
We reviewed the Flintstones WWE movie.
We did.
Yeah,
that was dumb. It
was dumb.
Not a great Patreon. No, Lexi watched the first Big Show episode. I come in and it's like ending. I'm like, did you just watch this? And she goes,
why?
Because she's watched everything on Netflix.
Oh god,
these kids are home all day.
Does she even know who the Big Show is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like,
because she watched the show. They told her.
Right. I was like, well, give me some of the jokes. And she goes, I'm like, are they like just he's big, so she's like, yeah, he fights with the gym coach who's kind of bullying him.
Yeah.
Bullying the Big Show. She goes, yeah, so he hangs him on like a locker, like on a hook.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And then he goes to the airport and the security guard goes, oh my God, it's John Cena.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, that doesn't even make sense because if you know who John Cena is, he's not
in the
a
movies.
7 foot tall dude, right?
He's a fucking movie star.
I said, so like it wasn't good. She goes, well, it's on Netflix and it's rated G and it has a soundtrack. So she's like, or laugh track. She's
Laugh
like,
track, yeah.
So what's the point? Like, why is it rated G? Like, why is this a kiddie show? It's just silly. She goes, yeah, the jokes are awful.
Well, I sent you.
She's a kid.
I sent you that clip of Mick
God.
Foley, Mark
Rikishi.
Henry, and Rikishi singing. What was it? Happy Birthday, or what were they singing?
Tell me why.
Oh yeah,
ain't
right.
Nothing.
Stupid Backstreet Back. Oh my god.
And Mick Foley can't even carry one note.
No.
He's like, tell me why.
It's so fucking bad. But that is all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Check out our official website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like the show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling. Get a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/what'swrongwithwrestling and become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/what'swrongwithwrestling.
Thank you so much, guys. If you're, I don't know if I tend to listen to podcasts on my drive. So I don't know if you guys are listening to the podcast when you're working out, going for a run, for many of us that aren't driving to work, or maybe you're just listening to it while you're doing some work on the computer. But anyway, our numbers are still good, so we want to really thank you guys.
Yeah.
And keep telling your friends. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Alrighty.
Goodbye.
What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. And he's always right. Don't you dare have a different opinion. He sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big Flair's pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every serve most loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric Gallo push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Kubler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong